Hello, good evening, Leandro. How are you? How do you feel today?
I feel good. Good evening.
Good evening. Great. That's great to know. Let's please then start with the class. We have to finish today with the last lesson of Right for Unit 1. And with that, you're ready to go, or we are ready to go to the next unit. Okay, remember that we covered wish and we covered the past perfect. Now, we're going to keep talking about past ideas with be supposed to. So the expression is this one, Leandro. What comes to your mind when you read be supposed to? When do you think that you use this, or when do you know that you use this expression?
Mm, okay, I don't know, but I think that we use this expression to say something obvious. I think um, that be supposed um, to that thing happen or like that, or yes, for obvious things.
Okay, all right. Yes, in a certain way, we can say that. Things that we expect from people to do, right? It's kind of obvious, or sometimes it's just because someone is or was expecting an action from you, right? And what about this? Let's try to understand with some questions. For example, what is, all right, what is the president of the country supposed to do? What do you say? Or what is a president supposed to do, Leandro? How can you answer that?
Manage the country, yes, the country.
All right. Yes, to run, to manage, to rule, to organize, right? Many things related to the country. Good. What is, let's say, what is the police supposed to do?
Mm, mm, to um to make a safe place. I don't know how to say that. Or
Okay. Yes, yes, and you can complete that idea, right? Saying they are supposed to make this place safer, you can say, right? Or safe. Good. Yes, so yeah, I can see that you get the idea very well. Be supposed to is something related to, it can be obvious, but not always, right? It's just that it has expectations. So let's answer these questions, please. The first one, Leandro says, have you ever felt pressure because you had to fulfill some expectations?
yes, I felt pressure.
Good. Or remember, if you want to make it short, if you see the auxiliary have, you can say, yes, I have.
Yes, I have. Mhm.
Exactly, right? So let's remember, or let's talk about it. What was that situation, Leandro, that made you feel that pressure? What was that situation, and what expectations people had from you?
Um, be supposed to that I have um uh, at a study in university. I don't know.
Yes, so we have to be careful there. Remember, it's okay the logic that you were following, but you're going to use be supposed to like expectations that other people had from you, right? So if people expected you to study in a different country or a different university, then it is correct, right? And then you can say that with I. You can say, I was supposed to study in a university or right abroad, but something happened, and perhaps you didn't fulfill those expectations. All right, so how can you complement that one, Leandro? You were supposed to study in a certain place, but what happened?
Mm, but um, you know, I failed in the process.
Okay, yes, yes, it's a way to say that, and it's correct. Yes. So again, then be supposed to is expectations, but remember we're going to conjugate be supposed to as I am supposed to, right? Or I was supposed to, or you were supposed to, or you are supposed to, in terms of something that I expect from you, that people expect from you, but perhaps it is not possible, or it can be. For example, now, Leandro, what do you think that you are supposed to do in your English classes? What are you supposed to do in your English classes?
um, um, I uh, I supposed to make the and do the assignments.
Yes, you are supposed to do or to complete the assignments, right? You are supposed to practice in class with me as we are practicing now, right? So those are things that society expect, right, in a class that is related to English or any class, right? So that's good. Now, the second question, it says this, Leandro. How can you tell me that you had to do certain things because someone else expected you to do that? For example, if you arrive at 8:30, but the meeting was at 8 o'clock, okay, so you are late. How do you explain what was expected from you? You can use the expression. So what do you say in that example? What do you say to express what was expected from you?
Um, I don't know.
With the same logic, right? How do you say, se supone que debería haber estado a tal hora,
uh,
pero llegué a tal hora, right? So how do you say that?
um, I was expect. Is correct?
Or this expression is better. It's okay. You can say I was expected, but it's better if you say I was supposed to.
Okay. I was supposed um to I have to arrive at 8 o'clock.
Close, but you don't need to use another subject one more time. It's enough if you say I was supposed to arrive at 8:30,
Okay.
but I got late. Okay, so one more time, please.
Yeah. I supposed um to arrive 8 o'clock, but sorry, what is
Yeah,
that?
it's okay, but you arrived late, right? You arrived at 8:30. It means
Uh,
that you were late.
but uh, I I was late. I am late.
Yes, yeah. If it's past, remember at the beginning, you're always going to say was, right? I was supposed to, because in this case, supposed to is going to be like something passive, or it's going to be like a type of adjective when you are supposed to. All right, so good. I was supposed to be at 8 o'clock, but I got late, right, by 30 minutes, or I got 30 minutes late, right? So good. That's then how we have to use supposed to, all right? When someone or people in general expect something from you now or in the past. So you want to talk about expectations for the present or the future, you have to use present ideas, right? And let's take a look at some examples. Let's read these examples, please.
Okay. I'm supposed to finish the test in 50 minutes. She's supposed to be here at 8 and tomorrow. They are supposed to start the presentation after this explanation. You aren't supposed to be here.
Good. All right. So all of these are expectations. All of these are things that you are supposed to do, or people in general are supposed to do. Or as you can see, it is something negative as well, right? So what is something, if I ask you this, Leandro, what are you not supposed to do in, let's say, how could it be? Yes, in class. All right. What are you not supposed to do in class?
I'm I am not supposed to talk in class.
All right. Yes, in a regular class, right? If you have a normal setting, that is the thing, right? Sometimes that's well, that's prohibited, right? So yes, that's a possibility, correct. But now let's practice, please. Again, I don't know first if you have questions, let me know. But if you use this in present, Leandro, you have to talk about present expectations or future expectations. All right. So
Okay.
I can tell you, for example, you are supposed to be here tomorrow, right, for the class. So because that's what we expect from you as part of the class. All right. So with that idea in present or in future, let's go to the document and we're going to write 4 ideas, please. You have the link in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Only in present, okay? It means present or present for future. Let's
Mm-hmm.
write 4 ideas, two for present expectations and two for future expectations. 4 examples in total. All right. Or sorry, more than that. No, no, no. Let's erase that. Or no, it's okay. It's going to be two for present situations, two for future situations, and two of them are going to be affirmative, and two of them are going to be negative. Okay, so it can be one present in affirmative, one present in negative, one future expectation affirmative, one future expectation negative. That's it, Leandro. I don't know if you have questions before I give you the time to do it.
No, I don't have questions.
All right, so let's do it then, please. I'm going to set the timer. Again, you know, we have 4 minutes, but if you get to finish before, please let me know.
Okay. Mm. Mm. I finished.
Okay, let's read please the examples that we got. Leandro, I'm here. Let's read them out, please.
Okay. I am supposed to go to the gym every day, but sometimes I skip it. The students are not supposed to finish their assignments until Friday, but they finish. We are supposed to have a meeting with the new partner next week. And my sister is not supposed to graduate from university in 1 year.
Thank you very much, Leandro. All right, so let's analyze. In general, it's good. I only have a couple of questions, all right? Number one, I believe it's perfect because it shows that it's present, right? You are supposed to do this, but sometimes you skip it. So you're describing a routine, right? You should, you can say that, right? You should go to the gym every day according to what you think, but sometimes you don't go. And number two, okay, so number one is great. In number two, you said this in present, right? The students are not supposed to finish their assignments until Friday, right? So in that way, you're saying that actually they are not allowed, or the teacher said you cannot finish before Friday. Okay, it's like saying that. So they cannot do it. And that's why they are not supposed to finish until Friday. Then but you say then, but they finish, right? But actually this feels like a future. Remember that we have to write present or future. This is future, right? But as we don't know about future, then we don't know if this is going to happen or is not going to happen, right? So you can decide to do, you can do two things. You can pretend that they finished that before Friday and you're in that day. So you can say, but they finished it before, okay? And you're going to clarify that they finished what? The assignments, or yes, actually, if we're talking about the assignments, it's going to be them before, or you can simply say, but they want to finish before Friday. Okay, so to keep the idea of present, just that one. And here it's important to have an object after finish. Then here, yes, we're supposed to have a meeting with a new partner next week. This is great, just future. And my sister is not supposed to graduate from university in 1 year, right? So also this one, remember, if you say that, you are saying that people don't want your sister to graduate in 1 year, all right, in a certain way. So she's not supposed to do it in one way. People expect her to graduate in more than 1 year for certain reasons, okay, because they don't want, or because it's impossible for certain reasons, because it has many subjects or many things, okay, but it makes it impossible to finish before that year. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that. I don't know if you have questions about these ideas or recommendations yet.
No, I don't have questions.
All right, then let's keep working. We have one word that is past. It's the same, but you use, instead of is and or are, you have to use was or were. So let's read the examples for past expectations, please.
Okay, I was supposed to finish my assignments for today at 8 a.m. It 8 a.m. It's 8:30. I couldn't do it. She was supposed to help me with that. She didn't do it. They were supposed to be here at 9. It's 10 already and no one has arrived. You were not supposed to start without me. Why did you do it?
Great. Okay, so if you analyze, in present, Leandro, you can talk about things that can be true, right? For example, you can say, sorry, I cannot go to the party because I'm supposed to take an exam. All right, and perhaps you take the exam, so it's good. But if you use it in past, it's for things that you couldn't do, right? Most of the times, it's going to be for things that you couldn't complete, but you wanted to, but you couldn't. Or people wanted you to do that, but you couldn't do it for a certain reason. Okay, so that's the logic here. In past, it's the opposite. In present, not necessary. Okay, in present and future can be something that could happen, but we don't know. Now, with that said, let's also work with four examples over here, please, Leandro. Two examples in singular using was, and two examples in plural using were. Okay, those are the only things that four in total again. I don't know if you have questions before giving that time.
No, I don't have questions.
Okay, let's do them, please. Again, 4 minutes, or you tell me when we check and we correct.
Okay, I finished.
Let's read those examples as well then, please. Alejandro, I'm here with you. Let's read those, please.
Okay. I was supposed to meet a friend at the coffee shop yesterday, but I forgot our appointment. The doctor was supposed to call me with the test results, but I haven't heard anything from him yet. They were supposed to clean their rooms, but they didn't do it. They were supposed to arrive at the airport at 6 p.m., but their flight was delayed.
Great, great. I think it's working very well. I have no observations actually. It's working good, it's clear, and it's, well, we understand why we use be supposed to in those cases. So with me, that's it. We're going to work with an introduction for a different lesson that is going to be even for the next unit, because this one is clear. I don't know if you have questions about these two ways to use be supposed to, Leandro. Let me know, please.
No, I don't have questions.
All right, good. So again, as always, here, for example, are some questions, but I already asked you. For example, this one I asked you. And what about this one? What were you supposed to do yesterday at 6 p.m.?
I suppose to mm, I I was supposed to um be in my home.
Yes, that's correct. And again, as you can see in that example, for example, if you notice, it can be true and it can be that it happened. So you just can't say, I was supposed to be at home or in my house, right? And it happened. So that's it. It's just a way to mention something that people expected from you at that time. What about this one? What are you supposed to do today at not 9 p.m. because it's 10, at 11 p.m.? What are you supposed to do today at 11 p.m.?
I was supposed um
And this
to
one, but remember, it's for present, so it has to be you are, right? So
okay.
I
I,
am, right?
I am okay. I am, but it's in past also or not.
No, this is in present because I'm changing this to 11. So we are 10 p.m., right? Now it's 10 p.m. So what are you supposed to do today at
Okay.
11 p.m.?
I am supposed to to be in class also.
Okay. Yes,
Ah,
yes. If you have a
ah,
different class yeah,
11.
tell me.
Sorry. I
Yes.
sorry. Um, I I I am supposed um to finish my homework.
Okay, yes. Perfect. And again, it can be something that happens or not, right? But it's something that you're expected to do. So that's it. We finished then with this. So remember now, there are two ways in which you can use this one, right? I am supposed to do something, or I was supposed to do something. Okay, it depends on the time. But there you go. Now, in the time that we have left, we have this very short conditional that is the present. We learned the past conditional that it's easy. This is the present and real conditional for a present situation that is not true. All right, so for example, what is something that is not true now, Leandro, and what is the consequence of that thing that is not true or that is true?
I don't know. In I'm not in a party.
Good. And what is the consequence of that? Or what is
Uh,
something that you can say related to the idea that you are not in a party?
because I'm in class or
Good. That's good, but that's more of a reason, right? Instead of a reason, let's talk about a consequence. What is the consequence of you not being in a party?
I don't know. The consequence could be
For example,
mm,
something that you are not doing because you are not in the party, or something that you are not seeing because you are not in the party, right? So what
okay.
is something that happens because of that?
Could be I'm not talk with my friends.
Uh-huh. Yes, talking, you can say, or I don't talk, right? So I'm
Mhm.
not in a party, so I can't, or I'm not talking to my friends, right? So how can you now say that in this conditional, Leandro? How do you think that you can say this conditional to make it a condition like we did yesterday, but instead of past, it has to be a present and real conditional. So what do you say? How do you think that you can do that?
Mm, uh, I don't know. Uh, I'm not at the party, so I can't talk with my friends. It's also that you say.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So that's the situation. Now, how do you say this? How do you say, si yo estuviera en una fiesta, yo estaría hablando con mis amigos, right? How do you say that?
Uh, if I was at the party,
Yes, it's a possibility. Uh-huh.
mm,
If I was at the party,
if I was at the party and I
how do you say yo
I
estaría?
will talk, or I don't
Uh-huh.
know.
Close, but remember, will is like certain. How do you say ria is with would, right?
Would.
Would, would. And how do you say estaría then? Is
Uh,
would be, right? Would be, estaría. And then you say hablando, talking, right? So I would be talking to my friends now, right? So the complete idea would be was is correct, remember there's rule, but if you want to be very formal, instead of was in the unreal, you always use where, okay?
where
Just because it's unreal, okay? Because the real thing is was, but this is conditional. So if I were at a party now, I would be talking to my friends,
would be.
right? But
Okay.
that's not true. So what is the reality? The reality is the opposite. Okay, so one more thing. Tell me something that you have or that you don't have, and what is the consequence of that? Tell me a real situation about something that you have or you don't have.
Mm, I I I don't have time, so I can sleep.
Okay. Yes. So what is the unreal conditional for that?
Or conditional.
This one, right? The same idea that I gave you. It has to be the present unreal condition.
Okay, if I uh, if I had time,
Yes, that's perfect. Good.
if I had time, I I would. It's correct. Would.
Correct.
I would sleep.
Yes. And you can say I will sleep more, right? Or just I
Sleep
would
more.
sleep.
Okay.
Correct. If I had time, but you don't have time, right? So if I had time is unreal. You don't have time is real. I would sleep more is unreal, but you cannot sleep is real, right? So that's the contrast between unreal and real conditions. All right, so this is the last one, actually, one more, but this time with an action. What is something that you do or you don't do in the present, and what is the consequence of that? An action.
Um. I don't know. I'm not I don't know, eating, so I I have hungry.
Huh? Good, close. Just remember that you don't have write that in English. You are, right? You are
Oh,
hungry. So
okay.
good. I am not eating, and that's why I'm hungry, right?
Mhm.
So that's good. And you're using again the verb to be, which is also correct. So what is the unreal conditional for that one?
If um um if I were eating, this is
Yes, correct.
okay. If I were eating, uh, I I would I wouldn't ha I wouldn't be hungry.
Correct. With the verb to be always to be hungry, right? Yes. If I were eating now, I wouldn't be hungry, right? So that's it. So as you can see, it's very useful because you always talk about unreal situations. So this is a question for you, Lena. What would you do if you were rich?
If I were rich now, I would um I would buy or bought
After
Ferrari. I don't
after would, you have to use always the base form. So
know.
buy.
Okay, buy. I would buy a Ferrari. I don't
Good. Yes, right. It's a possibility. It's just imagining what would happen if we had something, or if we were something, or if we did something, right? It's just imagining. Now, this is another action. Where would you travel if you had a plane? Yeah.
know. If I had a plane, um, I would travel to a desert island. I don't know.
Yes, it is valid. I would travel to a desert island, right? And it's again a possibility and it's correct. Now, how do we use the past, sorry, the present and real conditional? Very easy, right? With the simple past and with the modal would. You can also use could, might, but the best option, Leandro, is always would. Now remember that it can be the opposite, right? This is the opposite here. It means inversion. So I'm going to give you a situation, Leandro, and you give me the unreal conditional in the second order, okay, with the inversion. So for example, this is the reality. I mm, I don't go to the gym every day, so I'm not in a good shape. Okay, I don't go to the gym every day, so I am not in a good shape. So what is the present and real conditional using the inversion?
Mm, can you repeat, please, the
Yes, of course.
sentence?
I don't go to the gym every day, so the consequence, I am not in a good shape, or I am not in good shape.
Okay. Um, I would um I would be in a good shape. It's correct.
Correct? Good.
I would be in a good shape if I were to the gym.
Good. Just the verb. Remember, if the verb is my expression is I don't go,
Uh,
what is the past of go?
and the past of go is went.
Went. Exactly. So it
Uh,
would be.
Um, if I went, yes, if I went to the gym.
To the gym every day, correct? So I would be in good shape if I went to the gym every day, right? It's
Every
like
day.
saying, si yo fuera o fuese al gimnasio, right? So again, it's simple past. We use simple past quotation marks, but it's not past, right? It's a present subjunctive. It's a way of conjugating the verb. Good. One more, okay? One more. It's going to be like this. All right. So she, mm, let's say, okay, she goes to, I don't know, no, yes, she goes to meetings every weekend. So she doesn't go to parties. All right, that's the consequence. So one more time, she goes or she participates. You can use that verb to change the verb. Okay, so she participates in meetings every weekend, and that's why the consequence is that she doesn't go out or go to parties. So how could the past, or sorry, the present and real conditional be?
She would go to the party if she uh, simple, but if she didn't participate in
Exactly.
her meetings.
In her meetings, correct? Yes, you can say, right? She would go out more often, or she would go to parties if she didn't participate in all her meetings, right? So that's it. So again, it's useful because we always talk about possibilities, right? We the humans are always talking about the past, about possibilities, imagining situations, and so on. So to be finishing, let's read these examples and we are going to write some. But let's read first, please, Leandro.
Okay, if I had a car, I would drive to different cities every vacation. I don't have a car, so I don't drive. If I didn't study that much, I will fail every test. I study that much, so I don't fail. If she felt sick, she would tell us. I know her. She doesn't feel sick, so she doesn't tell us anything.
Correct? So again, it's the same thing that we did. And here it's the same, but it's inverted. Okay, so you start with would, and then you have the conditional if in the middle. So let's read this. It's when we have to use this or when we could use this structure. And then we go to the document, we write some examples, and we finish today with that. So let's read this, please, Leandro. When do we use it?
When you want to talk about things that are not real and that can be different now, to give advice to someone, to make a hypothesis, to imagine a different results under different circumstances.
Yes, correct. And this is good, right? Hypothesis. This is going to be like the, right? Hypothesis. And this is
Okay.
in plural, right? So what is the singular of this? If hypothesis is plural, what do you think is the singular?
Hypothesis.
Close. You change the E to I, and it's going to be is. Hypothesis. Okay, so with
Hypothesis.
I
Okay.
is singular, with E is plural. It's the same for thesis, right? Your thesis is singular, and your thesis is plural when you have more than one thesis. All right, so good. This is when you use the present and real conditional. So you know how to use it, but just in case, I'm going to lead you there one more time. These are the two formulas. So we have the time to write. Yes, let's write 4 ideas, please, Leandro. 2 in the standard order. All right, and 2 in the inversion. And try to give me, please, different verbs in those 4 examples. And remember, don't write the present, the real situation. Just write the unreal situation. Okay,
Okay.
directly the examples with if and would. So if you have questions, let me know. If not, again, let's have 4 minutes to complete this. We check and we finish.
Okay.
All right.
I finished.
Let's take a look at that then to finish. Eh, Again, as always, I'm closing this and I'm going there. Let's read please those examples.
Okay. If I had a car, I would drive to university instead of taking the bus. If I got more free time, I wouldn't learn English. I would have pursued a career in engineering if I were better at math. And they would approve the exam if they studied harder.
Okay. Yes, I believe they are all correct. Just one article that is missing, right? You're going to say, I would drive to the university, right? In this case, with the. Just that one. Then everything else is working with the things that we know. If I had, if I got, then here if I were, and if they studied. Okay, so again, I have no observations. I just want you to tell me if you have any questions or comments before finishing, Leandro. Let me know, please.
No, I don't have questions.
All right. With that, it means that we are actually also completing this lesson. All right. We have these examples. No, we read everything. We have some other questions. We're going to try to cover that as part of the practice tomorrow. But with that, we're finishing not just Unit 1, we are also finishing the introduction for Unit 2. Okay, so as always, I'm sending the survey so that you can answer those questions. And that's it. I'll see you tomorrow for the next class, Leandro. I hope you have a good night. And well, take care. Okay, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Have a
Bye
good
bye.
night. Bye.
Thanks.